So I wanted to analyze the ending of Yellowstone season 3 because, we're going to season 4. And we all have different thoughts and different ideas of how we're going to proceed with season 4. But the main question is A, who survived? B, who caused it? And C, what do you see going forward for Yellowstone? Major questions. So, as you all recall, season 3 ended with several attacks on the Dutton family. John Dutton, the father, was attacked while helping a mother and a young son change a tire. The van pulled up, the doors came open and said, "You, John Dutton," and shots fired, and he ended up injured, and they shot the mother of the young boy. Now, at that point, the young boy was nowhere in the picture, so we assume that he made it safe. Special note there. Meanwhile, there was a package arrive at Beth Dutton, daughter to John Dutton's office. Now, she was packing up her stuff to move out of the office, remember? So, who sent the bomb to Beth Dutton's office that exploded? We don't know at this point if Beth Dutton did make it, however I feel she did, and there's a reason why. We'll come back to that. And furthermore, the next point was the attack on Casey. He was on the phone with Monica, and he said, "I just won't tell you about my day anymore." And at that point, there was, I don't remember what happened exactly, but shots were fired, and the desk was turned over in his office, and we didn't get to see if he was lying on the floor, if he made it or not. Just like the Beth Dutton situation, the camera cut away. Rip called Jamie after several attempts of trying to call people and not getting through, frustrated and angry. Jamie said, "I think it's best you don't call me anymore." Now, there was several things leading towards the end of season 3 that were pointers to me, anyway, of who did this. The feud between Willa Hayes, which was market equities with Rourke, was working against the Dutton family. And there was a feud between Willa Hayes and Beth that kept going back and forth like a ping pong ball. So to me, Willa was the one that did the attack on Beth. Then there was the Jamie constantly asking Casey if he held anything against him, and he said, "I'm always your brother, remember that." But it never seemed to register with Jamie. And Jamie found out that he was not the son of John Dutton, that he was adopted. So therefore, I feel like there was some animosity from Jamie because the fact that he was not a biological Dutton, and he took it out on Casey. That's where I think that came in at. The attack on John Dutton? Well, it could have been rainwater, yes. And I don't see Rip doing it because he was calling to find out where everybody was at. And plus, he was engaged to Beth, which there should be a wedding there on season 4, and there better be. But I don't see it as it being anybody other than this trio. Now, I've discussed this on Country Cast with several of the Yellowstone fans, and tonight I presented, which would have been on the 16th, that I presented this idea. What if it was market equities, which consists of Rourke and Willa Hayes, along with Jamie and Jamie's biological father, all working as a front to, as his biological father said, in order to take over a kingdom, you have to get rid of the king. So doesn't that make sense to get rid of John Dutton and the 2 remaining kids? And therefore, those 4 will work as a united front, and it will take Rip and the Bunkhouse Boys to get to the bottom of it. I have that deep feeling that that's what we're looking at in season 4. Also, a wedding with Beth and Rip. So hopefully that's what we're looking at. Will John Dutton make it? Will Casey make it? Will Beth make it? All those questions we really don't know the answer to until season 4. But it's got this blonde bombshell intrigued enough to find out what's going to happen next. And of course, I'll have to own the DVD. Just saying. I have season 1, 2, and 3 on DVD, and I am an avid examiner. Every time that it comes on, whether it was Christmas when I first got hooked on it, to this Valentine's Day, even though I've watched all the 3 DVDs, I sat there and I closely scanned over the scenario at the end because I wanted to see if there was anything that I might have not picked up on. And I truly believe it was market equities, Jamie, and his biological father that set all of this plan into motion to take over Yellowstone. The question is, will it be done? Only way to find out is watch season 4, which isn't until June. The longest winter ever. See you next time. But I will say tonight, I wish you well. I wish you hope. I wish you peace and joy and happiness. I wish that you're staying safe and warm during this cold spell, that you're keeping your social distance when you're washing your hands, and most importantly, when you can't wash your hands, you're using your hand sanitizer. I love you all. God bless. Till we meet again, hopefully tomorrow night. Stay tuned and keep it country, keep it Yellowstone.